10th CBSE. The same lesson, that is acid, bases and salts. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the pH scale. pH scale actually provides us a knowledge about the acid, base and neutral solution. It is a range from 0 to 14 which provide us the information about the substance, whether it is acidic or base or neutral, more acidic, more base, strong acid, strong base, least basic or least base acidic, or weak acid, weak base, etc. etc. This range was given by Sorensen. In year 1909. This too is important for the objective only. It is given by the Sorensen in the year 1909, and pH, here P stands for potans. It is a German word. It means power. Potans, it means power. P stands for potans. It is a German word. Means power. Okay, potans. Potans of what? Potans here E. Potans. Okay, potans of what? Potans the power. And what was which power? Power of the hydrogen. So it is actually provide the information of hydrogen concentration in acid and the power of the H plus in the acid. So it is called the pH scale. Now how we are able to define it? pH scale, it means a number. pH scale is a number by which we are able to identify whether the substance is strong acid, weak acid, neutral, weak base or strong base. All this information we get collected from this chart, that is a range from 0 to 40. So it is a number, pH is a number by which negative power of 10 has to be raised in order to express the concentration of hydrogen into a solution. Okay, so what is the pH? It is a number, pH. pH scale. It is a number by which negative power of 10 has to be raised, by which negative power of 10 has to be raised in order to express the concentration of hydrogen ion, in order to express the concentration of hydrogen. As we know that hydrogen is the main constituent of acid and hydroxide of the base. So concentration of hydrogen in hydrogen ion of the solution. So it is expressed in the form of. Now what is the pH? It's the hydrogen ion concentration. Hydrogen ion concentration is denoted with this bracket. The value base is there, the base of 10, it is the negative of pH. Or we are able to write like this, pH is equal to minus log log value of that is the 10 raised to the power H plus. So this is the pH. This is for the numerical calculation. So what is in general word, what is the pH is? pH is actually the range that is started from 0 up to 14, and with the help of this range we are able to identify the nature, acidic, basic and neutral nature of the given solution. Now what is the range of pH? Now scale of pH or pH scale.
As I told you, it is from 0 to 40. In between, 7 is here only.
Okay. Now range of pH scale. As I told you, it is from 0, then 7 in between, and last is the 40. So the pH scale is range from 0 to 14. The 7, it is called neutral. And when we move right hand side from 7, it is basic. And when we move towards the left hand side, it is acidic. It is acidic. Okay, so this is the range. In between these, from here to here, it shows the strong acid. This is the weak acid. Similarly, up to here, it is the weak base. This is the strong base. So this is the range of pH. Simple range is there. We have the pH solution. What all we have to do? We have to put some drop of the pH solution in the given solution, and we have to match the color of this. This is actually color band. It is a band of total 15 colors starting from 0 to 14. We have to match the color with any of the number. And whatever the number is that is considered the pH of that particular solution. And we are able to know whether it is neutral or it is acidic or it is basic, strong base, weak base or weak acid, strong acid, whatever we are able to know with the help of this scale. It is a very important, very important pH. pH of everything is important for us. pH is very important in our day-to-day life. Next is the importance of pH. Importance of pH in our day-to-day life, that is in everyday life. Everyday life. We must facing it. If it is the problem, we are facing the problem, and it is profitable, then we have no to profitable. First, the pH in our digestive system. pH in our digestive system. You know very well what is the digestion. Digestion is the process of breakdown of complex food into the simpler food. You know very well the acidic effect in the stomach. You know our stomach consists a little amount of acid that we call the HCl. The bile make it the alkaline in nature. But if the amount of acid increases in our stomach, what happens? If the amount of acid increases in our stomach, it means our stomach, nature of the stomach becomes acidic, more acidic, and it is highly problematic for us. It causes pain, it causes irritation, it causes burning sensation, and we simply call it the acid. And what happen in our day-to-day life? If I am going to tell anybody that I am feeling something in my problem in my stomach is paining, or some indigestions occur in my stomach, whatever the advice we get, people told, oh, nibu pani pee lo, it becomes okay. But if I drink lemon water when I feel something irritating in my stomach, it might increase my problem, because if that problem is generated because of the acid, lime is again one type of the acid, it increase the value of the acid and my stomach again get the more acid in that. What I have to do all that, I have to neutralize the effect of the acid. In that condition, we are using certain substances that is called the antacid. Antacid, simple word is there. Anti plus acid. When we combine it, we get antacid. So what is the importance of pH in our digestive system? Our digestive system have the mild range of the pH is there. If the range of pH decreases, it means our stomach get more acidic. We feel pain, irritation, burning, lots of problem in our stomach. Then what we have to do? We have to use an antacid to cure that problem. Instead of taking the lime water, as I told you, in that condition, lime water is highly dangerous. Charge is highly dangerous. In that condition, we have to use some substance which is basic in nature. Because mild acid is generated in our stomach, so we have to use some mild bases, and that mild bases are called the antacid. Lots of advertisement in our TV is going on. Advertisement of gasofast, etc., etc. These all are the antacid. So you know very well what is the importance of pH in our digestive system. In our digestive system, if it becomes acidic, it produces problem in our stomach. It causes problem in the form of pain, irritation, burning, etc., etc. And that is called the acidity. And to correct that problem, we have to use some bases, and that bases are called the antacid. The pH in our digestive system. So during indigestion, what happened during indigestion? When we eat extra, our stomach produces too much acids, which causes pain, irritation, burning, etc. Definitely it is painful. All this effect is painful, and this effect is called acidity. Simple language we call it. Our stomach is full of acid, that is called the acidity. So what all we have to do to correct this problem? We have to use antacid to correct this problem. Some antacids are prescribed. Now what is antacid? Antacid is a chemical which acts against acid. I'm going to write here what is antacid. Antacids are anti-acid. Okay, what is antacid? Anti-acid. Antacids are chemicals which neutralize the acidity in stomach. Some examples are there. You know very well, that is gasofast, as I told you. In medicinal form, that is only one important example I am giving here. Example, milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia. It is the common name. It is chemically magnesium hydroxide. Sometimes the formula of this also asked in the examination. This important example, magnesium hydroxide, that is MgOH2. This is the milk of magnesia or magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide, common name is the milk of magnesia, and that is very much used antacid. Okay, some antacid are, that is the Gelusil, Digen, all this name is known by you, and this medicine is also available in the market in the name of same, that is the milk of magnesia. So this is the role of pH in our digestive system. Importance of pH in our day-to-day life. Okay, now what is the second importance of pH in our day-to-day life? The second importance is in the plant and animal. Plant and animal both are pH sensitive. Okay, plants and animals are pH sensitive. Sensitive means beyond one particular pH, they are unable to survive. What is the pH range for our body? The pH range for our body, pH range for human body is 7 to 7.8. 7 to 7.8. Okay, if our body is in this pH scale, then it works properly, 7 to 8 pH. If our body, the whole system of our body is concentrated between this pH, 7 means the neutral and little bit the alkaline in nature. If that pH is present in our body, it means we are able to survive. We are able to perform all our activities properly and a smooth life is going on. Acid rain, you know very well acid rain. Acid rain means the presence of rain in acid. Presence of acid in rain. Okay, so what is the amount of the acid which is present in acid rain? It is about 5.6 pH. 5.6 pH. It means it is weak acid but little bit towards the strong acid. It is highly harmful if it increases. Suppose it is increases or decreases in our body, the body system get affected and we are unable to do perform our work properly. Similarly, acid rain, if it is below 5.6, it means it is more acidic. If it is more acidic, it might cause the problem with the animal and plant also. So this is the specific range, pH range, in which our body or the acidic rain is going on. Third is the pH for the tooth decay. Okay, pH change causes tooth decay. Our mouth has a certain pH. Okay, the pH of the mouth is nearly 5.5. Okay, nearly it is 5.5. It is, if it is increases from 5.5, it starts corroding our teeth. Okay, how we start corroding our teeth is actually it start removing the teeth enamel. It starts removing the teeth enamel. Teeth enamel. Enamel is a coating. Enamel is a coating which is present over our teeth, which protect our teeth from the sensation, hotness, coldness, etc., etc. So this, if the pH of the mouth is increases from 5.5 or decreases from 5.5, what happen? It start corroding our teeth. Corrosion in the teeth is occur. So that is the role of pH in our tooth decay. One more role of the pH is there, that is in the self-defense. Self-defense. Self-defense means to save ourselves. This pH technique is used by the plants and animals. Self-defense by plants and animals. Plants and animals. Okay, how this pH scale or pH amount is helpful for the animals or the plant? You know the name of the bees or ants or wasps. All these are the small insects which contain formic acid. And this formic acid, when entered in our blood, it produces irritation and the pain. One plant is there that is called the nettle leaf, stinging nettle leaf. It is present in the forest, and when we move through this leaves, this leaf enter inside our body, inside our skin, and again it releases some acid there and produce the irritation, burning, etc. Now what is the remedy for the bees and ants? As I told you, the remedy is simple. Okay, what is the simple remedy is there? If any bee, ant or wasp is bited you, what all you have to do, take baking soda. Baking soda is the substance which is present in our kitchen. Take the baking soda and rub at that place. What happened? These releases the acid, and base neutralize the effect of the acid. Similarly, in our mouth also, if the pH increases from 5 to 5, changes from 5 to 5, then it starts to decay. So how we have to protect our teeth? Every time it is not possible to check the pH of our mouth. So simply the process you have to do, you have to brush your teeth regularly. The paste is actually basic in nature. So when the paste combines with the acid which is present in our mouth, it neutralizes our mouth, and tooth decay must stop. So you have to brush regularly, twice a day, morning, after bed, and at night before bed. That is compulsion. That is taught in the class KG or the first already. Okay, so what we have to do when any ant or the bee or the wasp bite us, must rub some baking soda at that place. Khane wala soda. What happened? That soda combines with the acid which is released by this ant or the wasp or the bee, and it neutralizes the effect of that. But what we have to do when the stinging nettle leaf entered inside our body, we're injured in our skin, where the nettle leaf is present, at that place one plant is also present, that is called a dock plant. Dock plant having the basic character. What all you have to do when any nettle leaf injured you, must go and search from dock plant. It might be present near about that nettle leaf plant, and take some leaves of that plant and rub at that place, and definitely you get relief from that. Okay. So these all are the, this wasp actually released this yellow color wasp. This wasp, okay, I must write it separately. The yellow wasp, that is tataya. Okay, yellow color wasp, that is tataya. It releases actually acetic acid. Acetic acid. So these are the defense mechanism in the plant and animal. Defense mechanism, it means they are trying to protect themselves. That is, they use this pH range for their defense mechanism. One more place where the pH is important, and that is the soil. pH of soil. Before farming or before sowing the seeds, the farmer must have to know what is the nature of their soil. They have to test the nature of the soil, and it is a quite easy process. What all they have to do in their farmland, and or if you have any farmland is there, go and collect some soil from 2-3 different places from your farmland. Must remove the upper layer of the soil, must collect some soil from the inner layer from 2-3 places. Add some water in each test tube. Okay, place that soil in the test tube, add some water in each test tube, shake it properly and filter it. You get the water as a sample from different places. And what you have to do, you have to add some pH solution in it. And the color of the pH solution must inform you the nature of the soil. If the soil is acidic, what you have to do, if the soil is acidic, first condition is there, must sure whatever the crop you are going to grow in that soil, the suited the acidic soil. Okay, or otherwise you have to add manure in that. This manure reduces or neutralizes the acidic effect of the soil. And let us suppose if the soil is basic, then all what you have to do, that you have to use some substance which reduces the basic effect of that. That is the chalk powder. Chalk powder. Okay. Okay, so we have to know the nature of the soil before sowing, because that improve our crop production. If the soil is acidic, we have to use some substance which is suited with that acidic soil, or we have to change the nature of the soil. If the soil is basic, we have to substance in the crop, we have to select the crop which is suited with that basic character, or we have to change the nature of the soil. So this all are the use of pH or importance of pH in our day-to-day life.